saying she chose me. I'm just saying I was chosen. That's all I'm saying.
That's, bro. I call Nasty Scissor Jr.
I can be like I'm like a chameleon, bro. I can do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right, bro. Sorry, bro. You know how chameleons down the jungle, right?
Hell no.
Exactly. Nobody else do either. So
maybe they don't
worry
die.
about it. Get your ass about it.
I'll respond with another question. Have you ever seen a dead chameleon?
No, because they gonna blend into whatever the fuck they blended into.
Yeah, nigga. What you talking about?
You better die in that pussy. I can tell you that much. Because once you out of it, I'm on your ass.
But hey, this is a new segment. New segment name alert. Really talking. The topic is, because it started in the chat earlier. Hopefully niggas will join up. But the topic is, did Post Malone pander? Now, I don't know if niggas is not hip to it or what, but there was a narrative when he first came out that he was pandering to the hip-hop brand. The reason why is because I want to say there was an interview where he said he does not listen to rap or hip-hop music. Now, I'm not trying to police nothing of how niggas live their life, but I would think, seeing as you just got into, and this is back then, speaking from back then, you just got into the limelight and all your hits at that point in time are hip-hop or hip-hop adjacent. And when I say hip-hop adjacent, I mean more in the vein of hip-hop pop. But at the same time, I mean, there is a vein of hip-hop that is pop, because I would say hip-hop is the most popular music. It's probably the most influential music.
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. Hip-hop is the most popular music in our culture. I don't think it's the most popular throughout the entire music industry.
Okay, that's a good talking point. Question. Why else would Taylor Swift's brand stick her next to Ice Spice?
To be honest, that could be more of an Ice Spice. Taylor Swift don't need nobody.
No,
she don't need a fucking soul.
No,
so in reality, she's the kingmaker. And I think, just like Drake said with Universal, like they have people that control that shit. Taylor Swift know exactly how to use her influence. She's very similar to me to Drake. She can make a star, but she just, and I feel like that's what she's. I don't want to say that's what they're trying to do with Ice Spice, but they're trying to put Ice Spice in a different light as well, because most people saw her as a hoe. I think that was more of them trying to fix her image and make her not such a hoe.
I can see that, especially seeing as I feel like Ice Spice is on her last leg anyway as far as music. If she don't come out with something soon, it's gonna be over. I say the same thing about drill music. Drill, New York drill music is phasing out. But the reason why I feel that a majority of, I don't know, brands that are outside of the hip hop realm go into the hip hop thing. And I mean, you see it even with commercialism, with like McDonald's or some shit like that. They always got some type of either boom bap or hip hoppy type beat to their commercials. You know what I'm saying? So if they're going in a new vein now, I'm pretty sure I just heard a fucking commercial with John Cena on it. That's crazy. But yeah, it seems like, it seems like this is the only, hip hop is the only genre where this happens, where people come to hip hop to get something, to become adjacent to it, to have, you know, the hip hop smell kind of rub off on them.
So what do you call Beyonce going to country?
Beyonce kind of makes sense. One, because she had an entire, like, she didn't go into country until most recently, what is the last five years? Within the last 5 years. So with her, I'm not necessarily talking about that with her. Now, do I feel like
But
a
at
lot
the
of
same
people followed
time,
her
that's
blueprint? Yes.
but
However,
that's
she
'cause she was
had
in the
what, two
limelight.
decades of releasing music before she went into another genre?
I guess my question is, if so, Post Malone first albums from 2011 to 2015, when he was on SoundCloud, there was no rapping. It was just all, Post Malone doing his style music. And then in 16, he dropped Stoney. He put he put rappers on and stuff like that. To me, that's not changing, nor is he pandering. He's trying to get on.
So were you pandering by way, or getting on by ways of pandering is still pandering?
I don't call it pandering if it's like, for example, if you look at his first album, Stoney, that had a lot of good fucking hits on it.
For sure.
Like, but it's like, that's not pandering. That's music that people felt as well and put their own spin on it as well. Added a spin to it. So I feel like he has added artists that have added to his collection, that has added to his style and things of that nature. But I don't think he deviated or pandered for it.
In which I'm not saying pandering is a bad thing necessarily. It happens all the time. It's a marketing, not scheme, but it's a marketing.
No, you have to please your fans. Your fans have to be pleased.
And if you're looking to widen your fan base, because let's say he came out with just country music. Let's say his last two albums were his first two albums. He wouldn't have the fan base that he wouldn't have the diverse fan base that he has now.
I guess
majority of
real
people that listen to country music are white people, and the black people that usually listen to country music are from country areas. So Tennessee, motherfucking in Texas, places like that.
Shit, like, and I understand that aspect of it, but that would be the equivalent of you saying, "Oh, Tyler the Creator is pandering right now because he has music with Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Lil Wayne." Which Lil Wayne not a problem. When the fuck has Tyler the Creator ever been with a female like Glorilla or Sexy Red?
Well, there hasn't been that many females like Glorilla or Sexy Red.
That's pandering. That, to me, that's pandering. You know they have a fan base, and you fucking with that fan base, because that's not the same fan base. Those are not the same niggas.
They're not the same fan base that he started out with.
Listen to Glorilla.
You say what? Say that one more time.
Tyler the Creator know his fans ain't sitting here fucking bopping Glorilla or Sexy Red. Like, come on now.
Well,
like,
here's the thing.
Know this.
But here's the thing though. Tyler the Creator has always been a rapper. He's always made rap music. Now he kind of ventured into the, different, what's the word? Kind of making his artistry different, or expanding on his artistry and different things that, different sounds that he wanted to produce. Experimenting with his voice and things of that nature. But it still always came back to rap.
And I agree with that. Like, I'm not saying Tyler pander because he stopped rapping. But what I'm saying is the people he put on to his songs, to me, that was pandering.
Is it though? If you have an idea to make this type of song, and you go to this person to make this type of song, is that pandering or is that producing?
Tell me the difference in what Post Malone did then.
Well, you made the point of the people that he put on. I was just talking about the product, the music, the songs. The songs that he was coming out with, they had a hip hop feel to it. High bass, a lot of 808s, little melodies between the 808s, things of that nature. And they have a hip hop feel to it. And they're not the only ones that do it. I've seen Fall Out Boy do it. I've seen Panic at the Disco do it. I've seen Taylor Swift do it. I've seen a lot of different brands do the same thing, but it doesn't change the fact that it comes from hip hop.
And at the same time, hip hop is taking shit.
Even country took a whole super bassy hip hop turn when what's that fucking song? Oh my god. You can take a ride on a big tractor, whatever the fuck that shit is.
Oh, Old Town Road. I'm gonna take my horse to the.
No, it's before that. Before that. So I know what you're talking about.
You can take a ride on my big green tractor.
Yeah.
We can go slow or maybe go fast. Yeah, that
right.
one.
So when they remixed that song, they were tapping into a hip hop fan base because it had hip hop vibes to it.
I got another one for you that I can reverse because music is, I don't want to say interchangeable, but it's constantly being manipulated and played with. If you listen to Heartless, I know white people who know Kanye West's Heartless as a country song. They had no idea Kanye West made it.
As a country song?
There's a country version of Heartless.
Country version. Okay.
Yeah, it's a country version of Heartless that's what they heard and was like, this shit is lit. So when I play my version of Heartless, they go, who the fuck is this? It's the same song. This nigga stole it from somebody else.
That's hilarious. I'd never heard of that. I thought you were saying niggas were country fans were like, yeah, Heartless is a country song.
No, I'm telling you, there are people who think Heartless is a country song by Kanye West.
That's insane.
I think
that's less of what. I think that's less of what he did, but more so of what, because sometimes people don't have full control over their shit. We know that.
Absolutely.
So if the label decides that, hey, we want to expand the ears on this song, we're gonna do a remix with this producer or this DJ to try to tap into this fan base. There's been songs that are boom bap songs, and then they put a club mix to it, just so it'll be more appealing, playing in like strip clubs or something like that. You know, that's a thing that labels do when it comes to trying to widen the view of an artist.
And I guess that's my argument with Post when you say he was pandering, because to me, like, White Iverson isn't pandering. Like, that's a hell of a song to where even if, like, yes, it's a hip hop song, but if somebody wanted to change it from hip hop, I'd be like, that's still a good song, regardless. Like,
I would say the pandering allegations would seem more, what's the word, applicable with the full turn that he did, not turn, but full shift into country music. Same way as what I asked you on the phone earlier about was it MGK? What MGK did, now there was absolutely no rock influence with MGK's music. None. He did straight rap music. And then he had Wild Boy, that was rap music, more so of a party song, but still rap music. And then after the him versus Eminem, niggas say Eminem whooped his ass so bad he ran the rock music. Now he wearing, bracelets and pink skinny jeans and playing a guitar.
But if my job is to make money, and those are the fans that are accepting me, those are the fans I'm going to go to.
It's a smart business move for sure.
And I don't want to call it pander, but I will cater to my fans.
It's a smart business move for sure. But I can tell you that there wasn't many people like me that started out as a fan of hip hop, but started out as a fan of MGK because of his raps that ventured over to his rock vibes. I'll also say, I don't know that he did I'm sure he did do live concerts. I'm sure he did do festivals and shit like that. But I didn't start knowing about him until he started doing rock. And he was selling out venues. No, so again, it's a smart business move. And now he's starting to venture back over into rap music. So now he has a wider range of things that he can do whenever he does music. It's smart, it's artistry, but can it be considered pandering? That's the main question for me.
I would consider it catering. Pandering would be if you completely stop what you originally were doing to then go to another audience. And I don't think that happened.
That's for sure what MGK did. He wasn't rapping on them songs.
But does he still make rap music? And when he was rapping, who was fucking with him is my question.
What you mean, who was fucking with him? Like who was his fan
Who
base?
was bumping MGK?
I was bumping MGK for sure. Probably not all his shit, but his hits for sure.
So it's like, okay, so what do you want me to do with that in a sense? Like, how, if my fans ain't fucking with me, what do y'all want me to do?
Which again, it's okay. Pandering is a part of marketing. That's what marketing is. Finding out what people like. Let's do something like that. It's the same thing with battle rap in a sense. There are bars that people consider pandering bars, especially if, let's say, DNA is doing a battle in fucking Wyoming. Now, I don't watch sports, so I don't even know if they have a football team. But if he does a scheme with all Wyoming football players, that's pandering. He's not from there. That's not a part of his regular repertoire of raps. But now he got a whole scheme about that. That's pandering.
That would be considered pandering. Yes.
So going back to Post Malone, all of his hips. Pause. That sounds crazy. All of his hits are at the point of Stoney. What was the name of the album with Rockstar on it?
Let me see. Shit, I thought that was on Stoney, to be honest.
I can check.
That is on
beer bongs and Bentleys. So that was so Stoney, beer bongs and Bentleys. Hollywood Bleeding was kind of the start of transition. So let's just say the first two. Beer Bongs and Bentleys, which came out in 2018, and Stoney, which came out in 2016. Well, that says deluxe.
Yeah.
So I'll say 2015, 2016. So with those two, a majority of his hits were hip-hop or hip-hop adjacent, with having the sound of hip-hop. That's what's in his repertoire. And then he starts to make a little bit of a change in Hollywood's Bleeding, but it's still not country. There was some rock vibes in there, in which hip-hop has always had a splash of rock into it, going all the way back to Run DMC performing with Aerosmith. So that's a regular thing. So I'm not tripping off of him doing the song with Ozzy Osbourne. What's it called? I forget what it's called. Take What You Want. Pause. That sounds crazy.
That is
so
crazy.
I'm not tripping on that. So then he goes into, I never heard anything off of 12 Karat Toothache. That's crazy. I don't even think I knew that exists. But nope. This got Doja Cat, Roddy Ricch, Gunna, Kid Leroy. All of these are hip hop artists. So I would assume that this is a mainly hip hop.
Yeah.
What's it called? So from 2016 to 2022, it's mostly raps, not raps, but hip hop. And then Austin comes out. That's starting the country theme. F1 Trillion, all country.
Yeah.
And then he had the deluxe of F1 Trillion Long Bed, which that's country as well. Not only that, but the venues that he's performing these songs in are country venues. He got cowboy boots on.
But when did he drop the country song?
You said what?
When did he drop the country song?
That was 2023.
Okay. Because he re-dropped some of his shit from in 2023 as well, from the Diamond Collection.
Yeah.
Compilation.
I was looking at that a minute ago. So that was the
all the hits.
Post Malone. That was the Post Malone Now. You know how they have the pop now or hip hop now shits where they put just all hits of a certain genre on it. That was the Post Malone Now of this is all the hits. And even on that, I was gonna make that point as well. So I'll go to the deluxe version. A majority of these songs. So he got White Iverson, Congratulations, I Fall Apart, Rockstar, Psycho, Better Now, Sunflower's a movie song, but pop, which that's still not off of his brand from around that time. Circles, pop, not off of his brand. Wow, hip hop. Go Flex, hip hop. Candy Paint, hip hop. Stay, hip hop. Goodbyes, pop. Got Young Thug on it.
But hold on. This is my question to you. Is it fair to say that just because you don't know it doesn't mean it's not the same?
What do you mean?
Like, there could be a group of country music people who only know it's country shit. So, who might not even know a lot of his rap shit. So even though, yes, a lot of his best known shit from us is his rap shit, others might know from something different.
Well, that comes from the expanding of the brand and journeying over to the country shit. That's why they know him. They know him because he dipped into their genre.
But he was trying to just test the water.
And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But coupling the hard shift into country, coupling that with the comments early on in his career of, I don't really listen to hip hop music really at all. Is that not, if not pandering adjacent? Because your main source of revenue is what you do with hip hop.
Yeah, but if I say I don't really listen to it that often because I don't want to sound like another artist or something like that, would I be lying?
I'm gonna be honest. I think all of these things individually don't mean anything, but the fact that they're all pertaining to one person, it definitely like shows that there's some type of correlation, and the only correlation can be pandering. Because all these things add up to one thing. If they're just separate, if he just did one of these things, yeah, I would be like, okay, yeah, it's just one. Like he has a lot of traits of a nigga that's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use the hip hop to get what I want, and then I'm gonna do country. That's what it looks like.
I just feel like he's trying to like expand his music though. Like he's trying to get it into other genres, but I don't feel like that's pandering.
So it's not pandering what he's doing now, but it was pandering before. So pandering by definition is when you give the fans what they want. So he knew when he started out that he would never get lit if he just started out doing country music like so many other white people or whatever you want to say in his lane. So he said, "Okay, I'm gonna start with rap first, get that, and then go from there."
But I guess my question would be, what fans that would you cross over from rap and country? You see what I'm saying? If I was trying to get my foot in the door in country music, why would I come to rap?
Texans, which is the biggest state, which they already have. They've already had a huge run in hip hop before.
Country,
so
besides Arkansas, anything more specific about that? Okay.
Oh, you talking to somebody else? Trey, mute up.
I don't want to consider it pandering because I fully believe that he was into his hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When he was trying to do hip hop, he was trying to do hip hop.
For sure. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with. And I don't believe that he didn't have. I don't believe that he didn't have a passion for what he was doing. However, when you present us with one thing and then make a hard shift to another thing, what are we supposed to think? Along with the early comments of, and I know I keep bringing this up, but the early comments of, I don't listen to rap music. Like that, he said, I don't listen to rap music while making rap music.
Yeah. And secondarily, I think I say that this is a formula. There's multiple people who have entered the hip hop, got what they wanted from it, and then shifted genre super hard, and then either never did it again or only did it to kind of keep up with parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the formula that he did, this is not a new thing. Like I'm saying,
I guess my question is, who copied that formula? Who else copied that formula?
MGK.
Okay, so MGK is one of them. Tommy Richmond, G-Eazy to an extent.
For sure, G-Eazy.
The new Ian nigga that's getting laid, whatever. It's a lot of people, and there's also a slew of underground white rappers who will be like, hey, I'm gonna do a bunch of rap shit. Oh, it's not blowing up like I thought it would. Where I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna start doing some other shit. But like the formula of someone, this is not just white people either. There's black Shabuzi, for example. Shabuzi, if you listen to Shabuzi's music, the nigga who is number one with the country songs about in the bar getting tipsy. That nigga has rap music on his shit, but he's lit for the country. He's probably gonna switch back to rap. Like,
so is he pandering?
So hold on. Before you continue. With Shabuzi, however you say his name, specifically, in which I fuck with that tipsy song. That shit hard. But
it's fucking tipsy by goddamn the nigga. What?
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Same song.
For sure. It's what's that nigga name? Chingy J1. Which one is it?
I don't know if it's Jaquan or Chingy, but goddamn it, it's one of the motherfuckers.
For sure. So he takes a hip hop song, does a country flip to it. The only difference I would say that makes it makes it seem more authentic is the fact that he is from Texas.
Which I understand that. But what I'm saying is he literally took a song that people know. Almost everybody grew up has heard Tipsy before.
For sure.
Like that's a very common song.
100%.
So when you,
pandering. I think it's pandering. But
I'm about to say
that's an example. I'm saying that's another example. Like, hey, this dude, he knows that a black person having a crazy country song gets more attention out the gate than if a black person had a crazy rap song or a good rap song.
That's for sure.
How you enter the industry is going to dictate everything. If you go in with some shit and you're like people, they know you a little bit, you gotta build your name, you're not gonna go nowhere. These people know that they have to make a big splash, a big introduction. They get core fans, not just fans of their regular music. And they're like, hey, I got some core fans now, I'm gonna go do what I want to do.
Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Especially white person jumping into rapping does kind of get a bigger splash than white person going in the country.
Yeah, nigga. So, if you don't think that if Eminem decided to take a country turn back in 2005 and he wasn't gonna be lit off that shit, that nigga would go down in history as the biggest country artist ever.
I would actually love to try to see somebody flip an Eminem song in the country. That's not staying.
I think he got a couple.
That's not staying.
Hey, Mockingbird would be a crazy country song.
Oh, that would be lovely.
But yeah, again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, and I wish KTL would mic up, but because he was also on your side of it's not pandering. But again, I don't think it's nothing necessarily wrong with it. Do I know for a fact that there are hardcore hip hop fans that look at it like culture vulturism? For sure, there's a lot of people that look at it that way. I don't necessarily look at it that way. It depends on what you do with it at the same time. It definitely, if you go to shitting on it after you used it to get lit, definitely pandering, definitely culture vulture shit. If you can completely try to shun your image that you created your litness off of, then you bugging the fuck out.
Yeah, you was just clearly vulturing. What I'm saying is that, there's a whole bunch of people who are artists who will dabble in genres and they'll change it up, because pandering, there's nothing wrong with pandering. Drake is a generational panderer. He's changed absolutely every fucking year to cool. And it's good for him. That's one of his biggest go cases, that he can do anything he wants to, right? However, it be certain people, it's like it's very obvious when they switch everything to more than just the music. This nigga Post Malone switched his whole aesthetic as a human being. Nigga went from smoking blunts to sipping beer in every single occasion you see him. Like this nigga, he probably ain't touched weed in 2 years now. Like,
you know what? You is right about that. You are very correct.
Bro, the nigga went from Air Force Ones to bootcut jeans with cowboy boots with spurs on.
No, you 100% right about that. Like I cannot, you know what I'm saying, defend that aspect of it, because that is right.
It makes his original image look inauthentic. Even if it was there, right? It makes the original image look inauthentic. The image. Now the music is always the hits are hits. You can never take the music away. But the fact that he did it how he did it and then switched it up how he switched it up makes it look inauthentic.
But if you switch it up for your fans, is it like I guess is it pandering? Like,
well, what would you say? What would you say visually would be an example of switching it up for your fans? Or if you could give a example of an artist that it's clear that they're not using this as a costume. They're quite literally just trying something. And I have an example, but I'll let you give yours.
I want you to go. I want you to go with your example first. So I
Tory
can think
Lanez.
of one.
Tory
What do
Lanez
you mean?
doing the 80s thing.
Facts. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think that was him doing a costume. I don't think that was. I think that was what. And there's a specific word for it. It's like method acting. You fully take on what
Yeah,
it is you're doing,
Yeah.
right? And it's not necessarily pandering because you still sound like you. You know, and then you go right
Well, I
back.
guess-
Like he went right back to being regular old. He took the fake Jerry curl off and went right back to making his shit. And it was a. And it was
So
a
if Post-
that
if
is
Post
by
Malone-
far my favorite Tory Lanez project.
But if Post Malone was to drop a rap album right now, would he?
I'll be very confused.
I'd be extra. I think his country people would. White people are kind of just receptive to anything. They're probably better hardcore. They're probably better at being hardcore fans than we are, to be honest.
If he was to drop an album, drop a rap album right now, that sounded like his first two, would he then be pandering to get his other fans back, or would he just be dropping music at this point? So he wouldn't be pandering.
I don't think he fully lost his fans because of his style of how he made music, like the things that I'll call it singing. The things that he sung about, they are very widespread. So I don't think that he would have a problem going back into the rap lane. But again, those hardcore fans are gonna look at him like, look at you, back on hip hop.
Yeah.
But that's where he started it.
So a bigger example of the what Brooks is saying with the method acting is Drake. Drake started out doing love songs, laid back rap. Then he started hanging with Lil Wayne and changed his entire image up to a thug type shit, right? He started making thug type music because that's what the fans. That's because like the demographic of his fans, there's more people who fuck with that than who fuck with what he had before. Even though he had crazy fans, he had all that. He said, "Fuck it, if I get in character for this, he changed his whole shit up. His whole way of talking changed, right?" Does that mean that he's a different person? Maybe, but he definitely put the clothes on and acted the part, without a doubt. So when you see Post Malone do it, it's easy to see that he did it for a reason. Like it's just reversed.
I get what you're saying.
I think pandering is good. I think pandering is something that all artists, to an extent, should be aware of and should do. Like if you see your fans begging you for an album,
depending on your goal,
give them the album.
I guess what y'all call pandering, I call catering to, because I would consider that catering to my fans. Like if all my fans like, hey man, you need to drop a country album, and I drop one, that's not me pandering. My fans asking for this.
They didn't do that. They ain't have to do that. No.
I would go as far as
Nobody ever asked for no damn country album.
So Jay, for your example, if on what was it? Hollywood's Bleeding. If on Hollywood's Bleeding, he had a country song with who's a poppin' country artist?
Luke Ryan, I don't know.
Luke Ryan. If he had a song with Luke Ryan on Hollywood's Bleeding and it went #1 in a fucking week, and he laid off of that's the only country song he did, and he's all over Twitter is being mentioned, this song fire, we want an album of this, all that shit. Okay, cool, I understand. But the hard shift into it with no warm-up, that's what looks weird.
What if he had an album of a bunch of shit he made and just needed to get another album out there, and was I got these songs.
He could have spammed Better Now. Better Now not a hard topic, man. He could have spammed that. What I'm saying is, for for the shift to be so sudden, it makes it look like he reached what he wanted to get out of hip hop, and then he just went to do what he wanted to. You feel me? Like it makes it look like he got what he wanted out of the shit he was doing, and then said, "All right, time to do what I want to do in the first place." Like,
yeah, and that's part of the reason why artists need media training. They need to know when to shut the fuck up and not answer certain questions. That's not a question. If you know for sure that your plan, and this is a hypothetical, if you know for sure that your plan is to completely drop hip hop and go into some other shit, don't say you don't listen to the shit that you do. I would go as far as even to lie.
That's my question. What if that was never his plan?
If that was never his plan, then cool, I can understand it. My fault, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
What I'm saying, but what if that was never planned? If he was never, I don't want to say never planned, but it was like, hey, I want to drop this country album. They was like, nah, you got too many hip hop records selling. You need to go ahead and do this. You need to go ahead and do this. And now he's finally able to drop his country thing. That make it different.
Well, that's the thing. That if he started out wanting to be a hip hop artist, then why wasn't he listening to hip hop music?
I didn't want to sound like nobody else.
That's cat. You can't.
You don't inherently start sounding like other people just because you listen to them.
No one wants to be a rapper without listening to a rapper.
That's true.
Yeah, nigga, it's a part of the hip hop starter kit to have a top 5.
Yeah, like and secondarily speaking, with that, like when people say shit like that, they're separating themselves from hip hop, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But in the future, when you do some shit that further separates yourself from the culture, it looks like you just use the culture.
And niggas of the culture don't like that shit.
Yeah. Now I think if you're a fan of Post Malone, there's nothing wrong with that because you're getting more posts. There's nothing wrong with that as a fan of Post Malone. But if you're a fan of hip hop, then there is something wrong with it.
Yeah, because he's not really a hip hop artist.
Right, 100%. Like he was never really a hip hop artist. He just wanted to clout with the name. He dropped fire music. Fire music is fire music for a lot of people.
Shit, for a majority of just music connoisseur, not even connoisseur, the casual fan of music is completely fine with what Post Malone did, what MGK did, with what Beyonce did, with what Taylor does whenever she hops on a song with Kendrick Lamar. There's nothing wrong with that to them. But to the hardcore
Hold on,
fans,
what song did Taylor Swift hop on with Kendrick Lamar?
Not hop on with Kendrick Lamar, reverse.
Kendrick Lamar hopped on Taylor Swift song.
Exactly.
So I say, hold on now. We don't do Taylor like that. Taylor don't do features.
It was the reverse of that.
Kendrick did a couple of those. I don't know.
Fact. He had a little era of where he was hot. He did a song with One Republic. I think that was one.
Kendrick got
like 3 of them. He got 4.
Kendrick got like 4 or 5 different pop songs and shit. Like he got Bad Blood. He got some shit with. Is it Maroon 5?
Yeah.
Maroon 5. He got the
Imagine Dragons.
There it is. Imagine Dragons, not One Republic.
I'm like, he got a couple songs. I worked in retail. You know, I done heard the shit come through the radio.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that's expanding your fan base. That's having people hear you. Those are features. That's like having your voice on another genre of music, and you didn't drop it. He didn't even drop his own song. He's put his voice out there for that genre of music to listen to. So maybe he picks up some fans from that, right? That is entirely different from saying, "Hey, man, fuck it, I want to go start making big type of music." Like that's completely different.
Did Lil Wayne pander when he dropped his rock album?
To bring that point back around of what we was talking about with Tyler, Taylor had an idea for a certain type of song. Who do I look to produce this type of song? I'ma call this nigga. Or with Tyler, I'ma call these bitches.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No, that's not even Tyler. That's not his go. You know what I'm saying? That's not his thing. Like Tyler, don't get me wrong, he knows
making ratchet songs.
I think Tyler can do anything. That's actually bad. I think doing
anything. Yeah, but the thing with Sticky, like if somebody told you Tyler the Creator, Glorilla, Sexy Red, or Lil Wayne got a song, you'd be like, ain't no fucking way. Like
I'd also be like, this sounds like Forever Part 2, the club version.
It don't know. Forever was like 3 generational rappers trying to be like, this nigga's the next up. To me. That was them niggas doing a favor. Sticky is weird because Sticky has Tyler the Creator is owned in the West Coast. Once that nigga drop an album, nobody will say shit else about it. But to go get Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Lil Wayne, to me is like, okay. I don't think that's your style, but whatever, make it work.
Which, again, back to my point of having an idea to produce a certain type of sound. Not to say that now, if he came out with a whole album of just that, all right, nigga, what you doing? But it's one song.
That's true. I get it. I get it why it's considered pandering. I get why it will be considered pandering. I may not see it that way, but I get it.
Cool. In which this wasn't necessarily to convince you of otherwise. Now, KTL on the other hand, I was going to smack him all back and forth across the head with this argument because
I want you to go make up with that one, man. Y'all got it.
The nigga said, he had a decade in the game of nigga. No, he didn't. His first he got lit at 2016.
That's when his first album dropped.
Yeah.
Facts. The nigga said a decade though. And then I said, no, 2016. He was like, it's not that much of a difference between 7 and 10 years. Yeah, it is.
Fuck it is.
So
fuck it is. 3 more years.
Bro,
3 more years.
You have a decade in something. Saying you have a decade in something, niggas are automatically gonna listen. They're automatically gonna listen to what you say. That's stain. That's pain. That's putting work in. 7 years is you still putting work in.
You can get clipped after 7 years, if that makes sense.
For sure.
Like Kendrick has a decade in of nothing but like fire. Like Drake has about a decade. I don't think
is Yachty there?
Huh?
Are we at a decade for Yachty?
Of doing what? Of doing what? First off, when I say dominating, is different than rapping. A lot of niggas been in this game for a long time.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yachty will never be dominating.
You call that shit rapping?
I call it rhyming words, which a majority of niggas call it rapping.
You call that shit rhyming?
You not a fan of Yachty?
I'm a fan of Yachty. It don't got nothing to do with his rapping though.
You know what? I like him a lot more than everybody else because I agree 100%.
Nigga, very melodic. You know what I mean?
I like Yachty as a person. Yachty as a rapper.
And look, that goes back to the marketing conversation. The marketing conversation of what gets me lit. The nigga started off on Instagram, not rapping.
Yachty was a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, like he wasn't really trying to put stain in. The nigga was just trying to get lit. Now, once he got lit, did he drop some hits here and there? Of course, but and a lot of, I ain't even gonna lie, a lot of his litness came from the controversy. It was the mumble rap controversy of these niggas ain't saying shit. Him, Lil Uzi.
I would never forgive Lil Yachty for making Cold as Minnesota.
That's just bad.
You know, like a lot of these people, like Lil Yachty especially, like, you know, they get lit off of troll music. Like niggas said, like that nigga, the entire was 2020. Niggas said I took the pole and folded and it took over the world, bro. As a meme, a fucking joke. It's a joke, bro. Like a lot of these people, they do it keeps them lit, even if they know it isn't artistically sound.
But here's the thing. Hold on, because for that song specifically, this is how crazy and how much better white people are at being hardcore fans. I heard a breakdown of that song of why melodically and scientifically it is the greatest song ever.
Cold as Minnesota.
No, the Walk to Poland. Where nigga, I took the walk to Poland. That shit. A white man did a 20-minute breakdown of why that song is the coldest rap song ever.
I'm more upset with you that you lost 20 minutes of your life listening to a white man explain.
I didn't listen to the whole 20 minutes.
Oh,
You was going. Hold on, y'all was trying to argue with KTL in here. I was took you 30 minutes of a white man explaining rap. What's going on?
I need KTL to mic up, please. But if he gonna be on my team,
Right
can we have a little like 5-minute discussion before so I know what he gonna say?
Hey, man.
Because I feel like y'all gonna roast KTL ass, and I don't like that.
Oh no, I'm telling you right now. If KTL come in here, for one, the topic is gonna change so fast. It's gonna get ridiculous.
This will no longer be a logical conversation. He's gonna be arguing fallacies and misnomers. Like, it doesn't gonna make sense no more. I promise you.
I love it. That's the arguments I try to have.
Yeah, the only logical conversation you can have with a nigga like Art or KTL is with wrestling.
Niggas are art or KTL.
I said that specifically for you, Trey. You're welcome.
Hey, man. Art's a good guy.
You're a good guy. All right, nigga.
Talented battle rapper, man. Shout out Art.
Now I know you lying. You don't feel that way.
Right
Shut up.
here. Shout out Art, man. Nigga, you got a bright future.
So wait. Art and KTL usually be on the podcast.
Yes. Well, KTL more than Art.
Art sound like he'll smoke you,
way
Avery.
more than Art.
Art sound like he'll smoke you, Avery.
Art was the one that you smoked in that AJ Styles debate.
Oh man, Art don't know what he's talking about 90% of the time.
Nah, man. Art's a good dude, man. Good battle rapper, man. Shout out Art.
Hey, he hates when I bring that shit up too.
I'm on record. Hey, listen, Bruce. I'm on record saying Art's a good battle rapper. Y'all remember this, bro? Y'all remember this?
Nigga, don't make me post this with the screenshots of you talking shit to Art.
That's cat. Come on, bro. Why you being weird? Like,
I'm not about to see you have you lie to the people. Yo, what, second time being on recording for this show?
Now, Art, hey, listen, y'all. Despite what the edits may say, man, Art's a good battle rapper. Man.
Edits is crazy.
I second that.
Y'all do with that what you will.
Yeah, all right.
J High, sign off on Art. He will smoke any of your favorite battle rappers.
Y'all about to make me.
And I'll put Roots money on it.
Art has had a really underrated live career where like he hasn't gotten the opportunities he deserves compared to
this
his peers.
Nigga is full of shit.
If he gets the chance to battle the bigger names like JC, all them, he would. That's just waiting for a takeoff moment. About
Trey, are you a car salesman?
No, that's KTL.
No, it sound like it. It sound like you selling a used car with a bad transmission right now.
No, our Art does not fit that description at all.
Boy, that Lamborghini beautiful. Ain't no engine in the bitch, but it's beautiful. You cannot start it, but it's beautiful.
All right, let's stop. Then the whole narrative in the chat is gonna be these niggas mic'd up just to slander me.
Yeah, nah, chill out, bro.
Hey, man. That was a great conversation, man. This is definitely I'm gonna try to keep this a regular thing. I think the beginning of me having this idea of having these conversations on record was the top. What was it? What we do? The top 10, the top 10 or top 20, however many hip hop artists of all time.
Hip hop artists, yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely want to continue this. But great conversation, y'all boys. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Hey, I got a question. Next topic, can we do in 10 years who we feel like gonna be like eclipse the greatest of all time, or jump into that moniker like in a 10-year prediction?
I like that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can definitely do that.
Can we talk about Victor Wembanyama better than LeBron?
Hold on, whoa now.
Oh, hell. Here we go.
You started with me.
This is why I go for that bullshit. What's going on?
Trey, you said it yourself. I don't watch sports, and I agree with you. I don't watch sports.
I'm about to say, Wembanyama better than LeBron.
With Slim and them, then cool.
You said in 10 years, right? In 10 years, huh?
Oh, we can do it a 10-year prediction. What we think shit gonna look like.
Look at Wembanyama hours stats in the last 2 years, multiply that by 10. I don't know, bro.
It's gonna be scary hours. Like I got him breaking the all-time block records. Like he
gonna break that in 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be some shit that's gonna be stupid. He will be remembered. He gotta stay healthy.
And unlike LeBron, he don't gotta waste half his life just to get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh nah, the NBA so good now. Shit, he gonna get help next year. Shit, he got Chris Paul right now.
This. Yep, should be good. How we going?
Here you go again. The mute button right there, bro.
Right,
you was about to end it, ain't it, Roots?
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and end it. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up. This was actually a very good conversation. Hopefully we can have more of these, and hopefully we can get some smoke going too. Because I'm pretty sure with the right people here, this conversation would have went on way longer, and it got smoky in here. And I don't have too much of a problem with that. So
I would have had to shoot somebody.
Y'all make sure y'all hit the like. Leave a comment on whether or not you agree or disagree on whether or not Post Malone pandered with his career. We appreciate y'all listening. Peace out.